Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a review of Edge of Tomorrow, a film that came out today for us, and I saw it today, and it was, well, find out. Talk about things I didn't like, did like, thought could be improved, all that. So, first off, it is about a guy called William Cage, played by Tom Cruise, who is a military officer sent on a mission to stop this alien. This is like an alien invasion, and the aliens are basically taking over the world and pretty much killing everyone. So everyone's teamed up to kill these aliens, and Tom Cruise's character, Bill Cage, is basically sent on this mission. So he wakes up and he doesn't know where he is. He's cuffed, and this guy comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, you maggot, get up!" And so then he takes him to this room where he meets a bunch of other people that he's with. Can't remember the name of the guy who took him in there. I can't remember, I'm rubbish with names. Basically he met everybody. There was a bunch of cards underneath one of the beds. It got discovered and they were really annoyed. And there was a guy who disliked gambling, who I can't remember who his name was. Next day they get sent on a mission. They're in this plane. They jump out, and then they start basically shooting these aliens. But Tom Cruise's character, or Bill Cage, basically dies because this one alien that's full of blue blood, I think, as they called it, basically blows up when he shoots him, and all of the blue blood goes on Bill Cage, and because he's got the blood on him, it basically kills him. And then for a moment I was like, wow, killed off the main character in the first 20 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. But then he wakes up and he's handcuffed again, and the guy comes over and calls him a maggot again or something like that, because it turns out he's going back in time to that same point, and he keeps failing it. It's the same process. He keeps going back in time at that very moment and carrying on, and it goes back, and the cards get discovered again. This time he says, "Oh, your name's this, your name's that," to try and prove to the others that he's come from the future. And they're all think they just don't know what he's on about. But he's just convincing them, and he's like, "Oh, I know there's a bunch of cards underneath there." And then one of them says, "Thanks a lot, asshole," because he thought that he was just grassing them up, basically. So, yeah, the plot was pretty good. I think it was a bit repetitive. That's basically the plot. And then I forgot to mention, he does meet a woman called, I think her name is Rita. And it turns out that she had the same ability as him to do the process of going back in time and dying and so on and so on. Keep dying, keep going back. Yeah. So that's basically the plot. One thing that I disliked was that I thought that it was really repetitive, the way it kept going back and back. What was good though is that it did change each time. You thought, what should I do this time so I don't die? Kind of. So Bill Cage was he did it a little differently one time to prevent him from dying, but no matter what he tried to do or how he tried to do it, he would fail, and he kept dying. So, he teams up with Rita, they try and fight them together and so on. So yeah, things I disliked. The way it was repetitive, the ending was bad. It just ended with him saying to Rita, she was like, "Who are you?" because he dies and goes back, and he's just smiles, and that's the end. Pretty bad ending. Wasn't well explained. Yeah, I didn't like the ending. The ending sucked, let me just say that. The ending sucked, but the plot and the effects and all of that were pretty good. I think that the story was simple. It had a very simple story, which is good, but not good at the same time. In this case it's good, because it doesn't make it bad at all. It's a good story. I think it was well put together, despite some of the scenes where he keeps going back being a bit repetitive, but it wasn't too bad. I can live with it. But overall, good movie. I'd probably rate it about I'm going to say 7 out of 10, yeah. So it's not one of the best ones I've seen. I thought X-Men Days of Future Past, the one that me and Mr. Caldcott watched, was better. But this is still a good movie, and I do recommend seeing it. Not the best, and I think it could be improved because of repetitive scenes. Also, I think that was it. And also, some of the cast, like some of the characters, I think didn't have very big parts. Some of the characters said like one line and weren't even given a name, I don't think. So, yeah. Because I think, considering they had quite a lot of people in like the robot suits, I think they're just the suits, like the suits that they were in when they were fighting the aliens, had like machine guns on them and all that. They were like robot-like suits. I think because there was quite a lot of people in those, I think the only ones who really had big roles, the only ones who had important parts were Rita and Bill Cage. So the others didn't really. The others played very small parts. Some of them only had like 2 lines. So yeah, I think that some of the others could have been good if they had bigger parts. But oh well. Overall, though, it was a good film, definitely. And yeah, not one of the best ones I've seen this year, but definitely not one of the worst either. So definitely a good one. I do recommend it. 7 out of 10. So not bad, but a few things could be improved. So yeah, thanks for watching.